Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. This time I decided to make a different video. It's gonna be interesting to actually explore the edges of the map right now. I'm at the top of this mountain. I think it's called Feather Mountain. So basically, all of this right here is gonna be released in a couple of months. That's actually the next major update. We're gonna have all this map here, and you can probably see some of that on Korean servers and so on. However, I'd like to go to the actual very edge of the world, whatever it is. I'm just gonna go around here and try to go to this edge, check this area, and potentially go to the other sides. I already know some of these areas, and we also know some of them as we play, of course. So this one is actually the starting island, so there is nothing special about this one. And that right here, it's actually unplayable, but this is the Karma and Rage Island dungeon. So you can only go there through the dungeon. You can't actually get to this area, but you can, I think, as far as I remember, you can actually see it from a distance. And then we have this small island here that's also unplayable, and there's actually nothing here. I'll just show you in a couple of minutes. And then around the edge, you can actually go around the edge and just see what's over there, even though you can't pass through it. You can still see it. And there might be other things on the side that are not exactly shown, but we're gonna check this out. So let's go through here. Basically, I'm gonna go around the line. And I might be skipping forward a little bit because it's gonna be a long run for me, but I'm just gonna fast forward the whole thing so that you don't get like super bored. So we're at the top of the mountain, which is actually pretty cool. You can see basically the whole world right now, like a lot of it. Right now it's night, so it's a little bit darker. So this right there, that should be Castleton, the first town that you get in. That right here is a Pure Light Tower. That is Stone Guards. There, this island is actually the Sorodoma Islands with the lizards. And this should be Kanina Village right there. This whole area right here is actually what we're gonna get. So this bridge over there, that's like the crossing area. That's blocked right now. Go all around here. This area here as well is also blocked. It's the closest one that we can get. I mean, we can go a bit closer, but that's a new area. And then you can see all these massive like castles and towers and so on. It looks pretty awesome. Like there's another bridge as well. There's even more like behind this this mountain over there. There's more, but you can't see it. I think the main town is gonna be this one here. So I can't really say. It might be this, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be this area, but there's also like a lot more, as you can see. So let's just jump down and see how far we can actually go. Oh, there it is. So that's the wall right there. You can't go past that, but you can just see it anyway. I'm just gonna go all the way to the other side. This is not a straight line, as you can see. So at some point we'll be able to go down to this river over there. So as you can see on the map, we're already past the boundary, but I mean the boundary on the map. Of course, there's this invisible area, but technically we're already here, and we can actually go all around here, even though it's grayed out. It's just the way it is right now. As you can see, we see that bridge right here. We're gonna go up as well, just to see the blocked area. Now this right here looks really cool that they added this. Also, it seems like they tried to make it as natural as possible, so they created this massive cliff, so they can't really go there, even though there's invisible wall anyway. And there's these massive statues as well. That is actually accessible. That's Akiru Valley, as far as I remember. Yep. But we're not gonna go there. We're gonna go here. And you see something really interesting there, like this glowing thing. I think that's supposed to be the sun. And now it's supposed to be rising up, yeah? Because it's gonna be day in a couple of minutes. And that's the visible area already, so we can't really go much further, as you can see. But this may change at some point. You never know, you may find some Eastern eggs or something like that. That'll be really cool. And here we see that it bends, but this way, obviously, because there's really nothing going on. You can't really see anything in the distance, like some island far away. There is something, but that should be part of this world anyway, like this island. And also, we're not going to get this part, though. Like, we're going to get this area, and this remains, like, unknown, which is really nice that they left it for a future sort of like potential to do whatever they want, because we don't actually see the edge of this one, so that's really nice. So as you can see, I have decided to actually get a bit closer to Sordom Island from the other side, just to check it out, because people never really go here for any kind of reason. By the way, if you want to fish during the night, but don't risk it with PvP, you can actually go around Sordom Island, like anywhere around here. There's almost no chance to find any people. Like the highest chance of finding any people that do the same thing is going through this road, like on this side, the north side, because they can easily just swim there. They don't even need to teleport. And actually, during night, you cannot teleport, so you have to swim. So that's the area where you can find them. And also pay attention that you can actually go a little bit further, and it's not going to count as Saradomo Island. As you can see, now it's Stone Guard Coast, just a few meters away. And go here, and this should apply the actual effect of being on Saradomo Island. And if there's any different drop rate for fishing during the night, then you can do it, but I haven't really found anything. So let's just see if we can go somewhere a bit closer. Okay, so this is kind of an invisible area right here. But this is just visual. You can't really go in here. And you can try as much as you want, but that's about it. Trying out here, same stuff. So obviously the only playable area in here is just this. And then a little bit inside, but then the island is massive, but you can't really go anywhere. Either way, I'm wondering why did they design these wooden bridges around here if they would make it like inaccessible area. Like they don't need to put this on. They could have just left it as it is, just a naked island. But this would have been really awesome if they actually extended the area of the map, and you can go around these bridges and actually do stuff. The first time I was flying here, I actually thought that this is the case. You can just go around these bridges and kill stuff as well. But unfortunately, it's inaccessible. It's just for flavor anyway. So I don't know if you can see right here, but this in the edge, like right over there, we can't access it because of the invisible wall. But there is an island, actually a massive island, by the way. So I don't know if this is already an idea. Also, there's like something really funny, like weird effect going on there. If you can see this in the distance, it looks like some hanging curtains or something like that. It looks very weird. But also this, like, it's like a foggy silhouette of an island, actually a massive island. If you try to somehow try to guess the distance, this would have been a massive island. And as we get a bit closer, it disappears. That's really interesting. So I'm just gonna stay at around this range so that I can still see it. Oh well, apparently the more we go around here, the less we see it anyway. And there's still these curtains anyway. That's not the edge, but I just wanted to check this island. But yeah, the closer you get, those things just disappeared, which is really weird. And this is supposed to be around here, so it's not actually shown on the map, as you can see. That might be around this kind of distance. So let's just continue and see where we go. Basically, that's the edge right here. We could think that this is the line, but I'm not 100% sure if this dotted line is actually the edge. I don't really believe it though. Because there's the Kaimine Rage Island, and I don't think you have any way of getting there. Interesting stuff. We see those curtains again, or something that's hanging out there. Very weird. So if there is an island that's actually not shown on the map, not even drawn as an actual thing, and I don't think the Korean version has it either, so that's gonna be something like in the very, very far future. Which is really awesome that they actually plan stuff like that. I hope that this is the case, or it's not just something glitchy thing going on. But yeah, it does look like that, and this is a huge distance. So there's no way of getting anywhere close to even see a glimpse of that. It's just a silhouette for us. And we're like getting a bit closer to Stone Guard, so yeah, that's a very flat line. I think it's gonna go around here, so we won't be able to access the Carmine Rage Island either. From this point, we can already see this island over there in the distance. It is a bit further away, but if we go around here, so we don't see the invisible wall, you see that island over there. It's a bit difficult to see, but this is actually the starting island as far as I'm concerned. But I might be wrong. It does look like it's pointing this. Well, actually, no. So this should be Carmine Rage Island, by the way. The way we're pointing at, yeah. So I'm just gonna go straight there and see, but we're gonna face the wall right around here. Almost certainly. Yep, there it is. So there is some curvature. It's not exactly straight, but it will block us from actually going to the island. We're far away from Carmine Rage Island. So right now, as you can see, all the way there, in the very like super far away, you might be able to see a little bit of it. That should be the starting island based on my positioning, right? But we're probably not gonna get there either, so we're just gonna continue to the edge. Let's just find it again. And that's really awesome. You can see right here, we actually see from very close Carmine Rage Island. And that seems to be the closest we can get to it. Also, some of that might be related to the weather as well. Now it seems to be super clear, which is really nice. So that's Carmine Rage Island, and that is the starting island. But none of them actually have any names, and they're inaccessible through here. So there might be a chance in the future where they actually unlock those areas for free play, just to get there if you want. That would be really awesome. So whenever you're not sprinting, it actually zooms in a little bit, and you can see it even a little bit closer like that. I assume that this massive kind of like spiky ant over there is the boss area, and as you can see, if you get a bit closer, boom, it completely disappears, and then you only see the silhouette of the mountain behind that, like the massive island. So I'm just curious if this is actually just something like a glitchy thing going on. And there isn't any island over there. But if you go a bit further, you see some things disappear. But the island also disappeared as well. Also the other island, the starting island, disappeared too. Just continue a little bit further, but I don't think we're gonna find anything more specific around here. to be honest. We're pretty far away to the edge. We're gonna meet the edge very soon. Yep, there it is. So now we're gonna go all the way to this trajectory. So you're actually gonna find this island. You can find it, and you can go to it, but just in the edge. And you can actually see it up close, right? It's completely empty. There's nothing there. So in the future, there's gonna be something going on there. If you're curious about that, and if you want to just kind of like map this, you can actually drop pins around the edges, but you're limited to 5 pins, so you can really do a lot with this, but still just orientation if you want. And now we see another part of the main world here. You can see sometimes they just disappeared if they're in at a very long distance, and this is the closest we can get. We see the Karma Range Island again, and then this is the starting island that we see from here. And there's another corner over there. And you can see there in the far distance, this should be the island that I'm talking about. It's like it looks very deserted, like kind of an undead themed island. And if we continue, we're gonna get to Faunus Basin, which is the other type of orcs. Right here, Faunus Basin waypoint. So right now we're like super close to the Watcher's Post, which is right over there. Those towers over there, did you see? That's the Watcher's Post. And this is where we are on the map. See, that's not a big distance. And the island is actually not much further away from here as well. So I'm gonna make a small break because it took me about 40 minutes to do this trip right now. And I'm gonna get back in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna jump right here on this small rock formation. Mostly just swimming up until now, as you can see. That's the actual edge that is clipping with the rock.